Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing my week 5 check-in, so we're going to jump right on into it. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you are not new, welcome back. My name is Janelle, and on here I do all things budgeting. I also include work week lunches, grocery hauls, meal planning, and lifestyle videos. So if that is something that you're interested in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. So y'all, I don't even have a cheat sheet with me today, so we are going to be doing this off the top of our heads in a sense, and my expense tracker, so bear with me. I do have to, let me see if it's on here. Okay, so we are gonna start off, this is gonna be my second paycheck of June. I do have a magic month, so I am going to get 3 paychecks for this month. So for this second paycheck, I budgeted $1,600. I ended up getting $2,131.44. So that is what we're going to have to work with. So for my bills, I had my second half of my auto payment for $313. I had my Ashley's furniture at $96, and I had daycare at $500. So that all equaled the same, but I will still just make sure that when I was doing this, everything did add up the way that it was supposed to, because you just never know. So that did come out to $909, and we're gonna minus this by our income. So that leaves us with $1,222.44. Okay. Next is going to be not groceries. Next is going to be my cashless cash envelopes. And I don't even know where I put that paper. But I do know that I put my $250 in for groceries. I don't think I did this whole thing because it didn't fit. Y'all, let me check something for real. Let me see I had a little piece of paper, right? And I don't know what that paper is, but I did write down what I actually did. So let's see if I can find it. So let's see. Was it this? Okay, I think I did everything correctly. Okay, so I was just making sure. I found my little cheat sheet that I have been writing on. So I did do $150 for gas, $70 for personal, and $30 for miscellaneous, which brought me to $500 for our cashless cash envelopes. So we are gonna go ahead and subtract that from our leftover running balance. So we're gonna minus 500, and that leaves us with $724.44. Okay. Now we are over to our sinking funds, and I did go ahead and put $20 to sinking funds. So we're gonna minus that 20, and that leaves us at $704.44. And now we're gonna roll that over to extra debt, and this is where things get a little interesting. So the first one we had was our Quicksilver, and we were paying for the overage that I had for last month, so that was $17.05. Then I had, I might not be able to fix all of them in here. I probably should bunch them together, so that's what I'll do. So we had the $17.05 from my overage. Let's add these up together. So I had my $17.05 for my overage, plus the ticket that I got, which was $145.50. And that was it for my Quicksilver card. So that was $162.55 that I paid back to my Quicksilver card. Next is going to be my Wells Fargo card. I was paying back the money that I got from my Stitch Fix, and that was $191.09. That was back in May. I had got some clothes for Mother's Day, and that was the only charge on there that I needed to pay back. Next was Walmart. I didn't remember I had something on there, but I needed to cover that off, so that was for $45.61. And then lastly was Spark, and that was the money that I used to pay for my hair. I needed to pay for the overage that I was negative for, so that was $59.75. Okay, so these were all of the extra debt outside of the normal debt that I'm trying to pay off that I had to pay. My goal is to not add any more debt. So I rather pay off what I just accumulated instead of like adding it on, because to me it just doesn't make any sense. So this was everything that just needed to be paid back. So we're gonna add all of this up together and see how much that came out to. I try not to do these extra charges, but they happened, and they just do. So that was $459 that all of this came out to, which makes me cringe, because this money that I have, I could have put this towards like savings and more money towards debt. Instead, unfortunately, it had to go to other debt, but it is what it is. So we're gonna do 704.44 minus 459, which leaves us with $245.44. So that is what we're going to roll over. For savings challenges, I ended up doing $218. Nothing came out for Acorns, and for zero out, we're gonna do the 44 cents. So that puts us at $218.44, and we're gonna minus that 218.44, leaves us with $27. And that's what I'm going to roll over to my next paycheck, okay, which was $27. So now we're gonna go, now that this is finished, I always like to go to my expense tracker and just make sure that everything that I paid is also on here so that it matches with my checking account. I do just want to go here and put my zero out, because that was the one thing that I did not include. This is going to be save. We're going to do 44, and that'll bring us to $223.44. And we just want to make sure everything else matches. So we have income at $2131.44. We had my auto loan, my Ashley's one credit card, and my cashless cash envelopes for $500. We had $20 for savings, 20 for sinking funds, 218 for savings. We had the Quicksilver for $17.05, Spark for $59.75, Quicksilver again for the $145.50, Walmart for $45.61, daycare for $500, and then we also had Wells Fargo at $191.09. And then we rolled over the 44 cents for the zero out challenge. So this should be zero. I don't know why I rewrote that over. So ending balance is 223, which is weird because, oh, this is gonna be a little bit off because I am short $2. And y'all will see why, but it will add up all the same at the end. This month might be a little weird. So that is where we are for my second paycheck of the month. Now we're going to go ahead and take a look at my actual expenses in terms of what I used in my cashless cash envelopes. I have my key over here so you guys can see the color codes and what they represent. So I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I didn't do much spending this week, so I feel very good about that. But then I don't, because you'll also see why as well too. So we're gonna start off with groceries, and groceries is yellow. I'm currently still shopping at Walmart, y'all. I don't know if I'll make the transition back anytime soon, but we shall see. So I went to Walmart and I spent $33.23 for groceries. I want to say, I think my goal was to stay under $40 if I didn't want to go over in budget. So we're gonna see. That was the only thing. Next is going to be gas. So my husband took my car on the 25th, or my SUV, to change the oil and stuff, and he was a sweetheart and he filled my tank, so I didn't have to fill up. So I ended up filling up today when I was at a half a tank. So I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, I got to save on some money here instead of being over. So we have Shell gas, and for gas, it was $38.02. I don't know about you all, but gas has gone up significantly. I used to get gas for $3.67, and now it's $3 and like 90 something. So that's like almost a 30-cent difference. So we'll see that gas is slowly creeping back up for the summer. And y'all, we've been under like a heavy like heat warning here. It feels like 115 outside. So it's getting crazy out here. I didn't do anything for household because I don't budget for that anymore. I should put that to the back. I haven't done anything in personal. My hair is braided, so nothing for my hair. And as y'all can see, I still have these janky nails. And then nothing for miscellaneous as well. So when I said I really didn't do much spending, y'all, I really didn't do much spending. So we're gonna put this to the side because we're gonna go over anything that was spent for my sinking funds for our household. So if you are new to my channel, I do a personal budget. I currently do not share our household budget, but I do our sinking funds because we use that, and that's where most of the action happens. So to be honest, there was only 2 things that I really needed to update. For July, I'm gonna need to be a little bit more detailed because I need to know whatever I'm spending, what I was spending it on, so that I know to look at what card like it was spent on, or if I had to divvy up stuff. Like when I go to Walmart and I buy groceries, like this past month or this past week, I bought shrimp, butterfly shrimp, for us to have for a dinner, but it's not groceries. It's like our version of like eating takeout. So I take that out of household. So even though it might have said like, oh, you spent $50, I really spent less than that. So I need to remember that. And sometimes I don't always have like the receipts in front of me or know exactly. So I need to be more detailed when I'm doing my sinking funds. And y'all, I've still been lazy. I have not labeled these yet. I'll probably get to it this week because we're off for the holidays and all that stuff. So we'll see. So first thing is health. This is also not a reflection of when I actually got stuff, and that is something that I'm going to try to do better on in the future. So even if it says negative, then it's just negative and I'll fix it. So I did not buy my vitamins on the 29th of June. I want to say I got it probably maybe around the mid of June. So we filled up on vitamins, and technically right now it is negative $27 for me to pay back in here to bring it to zero. But I still have one more paycheck, and you guys will be able to see me stuff for that. So I need to add that. I guess I will put pink here, and I am just gonna do it as a household. So we're gonna do health, and that was gonna be for $38. And also, if you guys don't know, I round up in my sinking fund, so this was really like $37 and some change. So that's why I also have this like this extra sheet back here, so that I can write the actual numbers and know what I need to pay back. It's a whole little shindig, y'all. But that's what I did for health, and we're just gonna leave it at that date here. And then pretty much everything else is gonna be in household, because don't really spend much in anything else. Everything else is almost like a savings, almost. I'm just looking for household. Okay, so let's talk about household, y'all. Let's talk about household. Okay, so we're probably just gonna add all of this up and just make it one big thing for the 29th, even though all of these things did not happen on the 29th. So Did I add that the last time? Yeah. So the lawn people did come on the 29th and cut our grass again. So that was $35. Babysitting, this is covering for the entire month that I paid out for it. So it was $150, I want to say on the 10th. And then I had some extra money, and I think she charged me $130. This probably should have been $160 and not $170. We'll see, y'all, and if I have an extra $10, I will put that money back into here. But that was everything that I needed to pay out because my husband had covered the other parts of them. And then we had got our house cleaned at the beginning of the month, so that was $150. And then on the 23rd, actually, when I went to Walmart to buy groceries, I had bought $13 worth of butterfly shrimp for us to have to eat. So that came out, and so that brings us to a negative balance of a negative $467. If you guys don't know how this works, is I use a credit card for all of my cash envelopes and sinking funds. So this is why I can get into the negative, and then I am able, once I get paid, to pay these things back. Like I said, I have one more check coming up, so all these negative numbers you see will no longer be negative after that. And then my goal really is to refocus somehow to stay within my sinking funds and still pay off debt. So I want to make sure that there's money in the account and we don't always have to see negative numbers again, because I don't like seeing that. I don't like working from behind, because then I think that I have the money and I really don't have the money, and it sucks having to like pay it back. But sometimes that's just what you have to do when things are not going your way. So the last thing we are going to do is we are going to fill out our last weekly check-in and see where we are with everything. So I actually need to roll over the money from the previous week. So for groceries, I had a rollover of $44.93. Gas was at $47.03. There was nothing left for personal, and oh, this is perfect. I put it in the right spot. I didn't budget anything. There's also nothing for personal, and I was at negative $2.08 for spending. So let's go back and just look at everything that I have charged. Okay, so for groceries, we were at, look at me, y'all, $33.23. I told myself I wanted to stay under $40, and I was able to get everything. I went on Pinterest and found like some of the cheapest but healthiest meals that I could make, along with whatever was in my freezer. And I did it, y'all. I spent $33.23, and I did not have to buy like extra food. Oh, well. That reminds me, y'all. That reminds me, I am missing a receipt. I did a household. I went to HEB. I gotta find that and add that to the household, because that was like negative, or not negative, but it was like $37. So I'm going to need to find that and add that on there. But I did get some bread, and then I ended up getting some water and stuff like that to start prepping or preparing for hurricane season. And with all of this heat and us potentially losing electricity and stuff, I wanted to start getting some stuff. So I bought a whole bunch of like pantry food for baby girl as well too. So I need to find that and add that on here. And I don't know where it is, but I can look on my credit card. So next is going to be, oh, look at that. And I didn't even add everything up. Oh goodness. Okay, we'll come back to this one. But gas, I spent $38.02. So look at that. We are also here. I don't know where I am today, y'all. Let me do the calculations. $44.93 minus $33.23. That leaves me with $11.70. So, oh my gosh, y'all, I feel so good about that. Look at that. Look at that. I went from being hundreds of dollars over to now having a remaining balance of $11.70. For gas, $47.03 minus $38.02 leaves me with $9.01. So that's also good too. Nothing here, so this is still negative $2.08, and this is at 0. Now let's go and recalculate, well, not recalculate, but calculate how much money I actually spent in household one, so that I can calculate everything we spent in this is holiday, so this is household. So let's count up all of that stuff. So we are gonna add up 35. I really think if I did 150, I paid an extra 10. This really should be $60. So we are just gonna say nope. This is gonna be an adjustment. And we're gonna do plus $10, which would bring us to negative $457. Okay, so we're gonna do 35 plus 160 plus 13. Nope, I think I forgot something. 35 plus 160 plus 150 plus 13 equals 358. So we had 358 that was spent in household this month. So yeah, y'all, we are got to stock back up. At the beginning of the month, I was like, oh, we're gonna have some good money, and then nope, that ain't it, y'all. That ain't it. Welcome to life. Welcome to life. So 358 plus the 38 in health brings me to a grand total of, hold on, let's do minus 38 equals 358. So we're gonna do household, and that was gonna be 358. If y'all can see that, but then we'll do the 358 plus the 38, and a grand total of 396 is what was paid out or used up for this past week for my household account, y'all. So look at that. I'm only negative $2.08 this month. I am doing the thing. Things are working, y'all. They're working, but I am proud of myself for holding fast, So what we'll do is for week 5, I know they're out of order, but we have, I'm at week 5 for household. We spent $396. And I want to say that is actually the most that I've spent out of all of the weeks. And then for household, or for my personal sinking funds, not really personal, but we had $33.23 plus $38.02. So I spent $71.25. $71.25, y'all. That is so unreal when you look at all these other numbers. So I did my thing, y'all. I did my thing. This concludes my weekly check-in, you guys, and this is just helping you guys to see, and for me to see where my money's going, what is going on. I also had already done these already, but anywhere that there's nothing written on here, I like to go ahead and just write that I did not have a spend day on here. So I wanted to add that in too. So y'all, that is it. Thanks for tuning in for this long video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.